All right, everybody. God bless you. I hope you are having a good Friday, man. It is Friday. We made it. I hope you had a productive week. And for all of you people out there that have been praying for me and my business and all that kind of stuff, let me just say thank you. This week was very productive. A lot of hard work went into it, but closed a bunch of deals this week. And so I finally feel like I know what I'm doing again. So thank you. Thank you very much. Your diligence, man. Your diligence sometimes pays off. When I wanted to just do a very quick video today. This is something that I've been promising a friend I would do, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I found the perfect opportunity to do it. A friend of mine, I had a chance to meet him a few years ago at the Fight Laugh Feast conference, and he's a software engineer, overall, just all-around great guy. And he's been working on a project on the side that I think is really cool. And it's called Lets.Church. And I wanted to show you this. And there's a real-life use case that I have about Lets.Church. Number one, all of my videos on YouTube can be found on Lets.Church. And that is really good news. You know, if ever I get sort of a video taken down off of YouTube for whatever reason, I can't imagine what it would be. I put out wholesome content. But if it ever happens, you will be able to find it on Lets.Church, and all of our videos are here. This is just absolutely, it's a wonderful option. And for those of you who don't want to watch YouTube, you're not interested in it, all my videos are here. There's no ads on them as well, if the ads bother you. I know some of you, the ads really do bother you, and that's that's fine. That's totally cool. I'm not trying to get rich off YouTube or anything like that. I'm giving you permission to check out my videos on Lets.Church. It's in beta mode, but it's really cool. And the best part about Lets.Church is it gives you transcripts to everything, and the transcripts are searchable. So every word that I say, every crazy word that I say, whether you think I'm a genius, whether you think I'm average, whether you think I'm hit or miss, or maybe you think I'm the biggest idiot of all time, every word, including these words right here, will be available on a transcript for you to search. It's a Fed's dream. You can search the transcripts and find out things, but I'll tell you what, it's actually really cool. And I heard of someone testing this out with James White. By the way, the dividing line's on here too, which, again, that's awesome. The dividing line is on Lets.Church. Somebody searched the first time that James White said the term Uber rights. You know how he always says that about the gays, the Uber rights. And they searched it, and they searched the searchable thing, and they found the first time he said it. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't me who was searching that, but it's really, really cool. So anyway, here's the use case. Listen to this. This is how awesome this is. Somebody asked me, because I had mentioned off the cuff that Ligon Duncan. You remember Ligon Duncan, the Ligon Shuffle? He had said one time that one of the reasons he went so woke is so that he could avoid his grandchildren becoming gay, essentially, being susceptible to gay rhetoric. So he gets a little woke to avoid his children, falling for the gay stuff, which is really stupid. And I remember at the time I said it was stupid. But anyway, someone said, it's not that they didn't believe me, but it just sounds so outlandish that they're like, I got to see that for myself. Can you show me the video where Ligon Duncan, you remember Ligon, gets all excited? That's a classic video. It gets me real excited. That's immigration gets him real excited. Anyway, can you show me the video, AD? And I was like, sure, I'll think about it. And so I went to YouTube, and I searched Ligon Duncan on YouTube, one of my videos. And it turns out I only have 4 videos with Ligon Duncan in the title. And I looked at the 4, and I watched some of them, and there's some old good stuff there, but none of them were the video I was looking for. And I thought to myself, oh no, that must mean that the video wasn't about Ligon Duncan, or at least it wasn't titled to be about Ligon Duncan. And how am I going to find it now? And then I remembered, Lets.Church. Let's look it up. So here's how you search it's so cool. You can search the transcripts directly from my channel screen. So look, here's my channel, and you can see all my videos are here. Hundreds and hundreds, and this is just one page. There's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos here. Let me show you something. Watch this. I'm going to type in Ligon Duncan. Let's just type in Duncan. That'll be better. Well, that's not it. Duncan. Okay, Duncan. So you can see here, I typed in Duncan, and over here, there's 8 media items that mention Ligon Duncan. So that's the videos here, right? So that's that. And then in the transcripts, here's where it shows you each time Ligon Duncan is named in the transcripts, 22 times. I haven't really talked about Ligon Duncan that much. So anyway, so I looked through these, and I was thinking, so this one would not have come up on YouTube because it's not titled Ligon Duncan, but Ligon Duncan is definitely in the transcript. So anyway, I looked through these, and this one didn't look right. This one didn't look right. This one, Ligon Duncan gets all excited. You gotta watch this video. This video is classic AD. If I do say so myself, this is a really funny video. And Ligon Duncan pretends to care about black people. That's not it. What does sheep's clothing look like? And I'm just looking through these, and I'm like, man, which one is it? I can't remember. And I'm looking. And then I remembered. Oh, yeah. Here it is. It's Social Justice Exposed comments on the ShepCon conference. I remember now. It was the Shepherd's Conference Q&A, and Ligon Duncan was there, and he was explaining himself. So I clicked on that video. Oh, no, an error. Well, anyway, there's an error here. It's just still in beta, so you gotta give it some time. And so I clicked on here, and this is the video, and the transcript's over here, right? This is where every word I said in this video. Again, no matter how crazy you think I am, they're all here. The feds can search this too, I guess, if they want to. Anyway, but you can download this transcript too, which is what I did. I downloaded the text version, and here it is. This is every little word that I said. And so the first thing I did was I searched gay. I did a word search. I typed gay because that's what it was about. And I looked at the first one and no longer be gay. And then I was like, oh, yeah, it must have been LGBT because he probably wouldn't have said gay. That's a little too harsh for Ligon Duncan. But he probably would have said whatever their propaganda term is, the LGBTQ plus community. So I started reading LGBTQ plus. And here it is right here. This is Ligon Duncan talking. Let's see here. So I said, so this is me. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about, did you hear what he said? And, it's a little hard when I'm just talking off the cuff. It's not a speech or anything, so it's just kind of following my train of thought. And I said, let me go back a second and let me find out what he said. And here's what he said. He said, and in fact, my concern on this is that I do not drive our grandchildren into the arms of the LGBTQ plus issue. And so anyway, that's the point. So I found it, right? And so then I went to the video, and I went to the point in the transcript roughly where it was, and I found the part where Ligon Duncan says that he, went woke, and one of his concerns, one of the things he considered when he decided to go, woke and talk about racism, is that he didn't want his grandchildren to say, oh, my grandpa Ligon Duncan's a racist, so maybe he's wrong about the gays too, and all of a sudden I like Jimmy down the street. That's what his thought process was, Ligon Duncan! That's what Ligon Duncan said. It's right here in the Shep Conference Q&A, and I would not have been able to remember that most likely without these searchable transcripts on Lets.Church.com. No, it's not Lets.Church.com. It's Lets.Church. And I've got a channel on here. I think James White's on here. There's a few others right now that are on here as well. I'm going to try to convince John Harris to get on here too. I mean, this video's got to be on. I would love to see, John Harris would be perfect for this. Let me say, John, are you going to listen? John, listen to me. Listen to me, John. You would be perfect for this because I'm a little crazy. And so, my train of thought is a little crazy, and maybe it doesn't really translate well into a transcript. It'd be hard to follow the transcript if you're following me because, I don't really have notes, and I'm not, I'm just off the cuff, right? But John would be perfect. And the thing is, John's stuff is chock full of information. He has those PowerPoint presentations. Sometimes I'll make fun of him on the side for that, in a nice way. I find that helpful, personally. I like the PowerPoint. But it's a very different style than me. But if you want to remember, John was talking about this. Yeah, he was talking about that one church. You could search his transcript, and I bet you John's transcripts here would be so orderly. They would be orderly and very easy to search and look through and all that kind of stuff. By the way, guys, this is just the beginning. Lets.Church has big plans. And as you can see, there's some errors here. It's a beta right now, and he's working on it. And by the way, this is all free, by the way. This is all going to be free because This guy is on board with the Berean principle. This guy's working for the church. I'm a huge fan of this website, Lets.Church, and I think you will be too. Check it out. Again, if you want to watch my content, but you don't want to watch YouTube, this would be a really good option. There's no commercials or any of that nonsense, and I think we ought to support this kind of thing. This is a really cool effort. Can you imagine if of all your favorite podcasts, your favorite churches that had online sermons, use Let's.Church, and you could easily go through the transcripts and recall things like you could just type it in real quick and find, oh yeah, I remember when he was talking about that, or it could be pretty dangerous too. I don't think Owen Strawn's going to be using Let's.Church anytime soon, because that man flip-flops more than, what's the thing that flip-flops a lot? I don't know, like a pancake flip-flop when you're in the pan, or a pizza. No, pizzas don't flip. What am I talking about? Pizzas, you throw them up in the air, they don't spin around though. Yeah, Owen Strawn wouldn't want to use this, because then you could easily, type his things into the transcript and be like, oh yeah, 2 months ago you were for Christian nationalism, and then a couple years ago you were woke. It's like, by the way, I get no financial benefit from doing this, and I'm not being paid for this, and I don't know if the guy who's created this website would be pro me, gently ribbing Owen Strawn for being a flip-flopper and for being overall an annoying human being. But, it's my channel, so I do what I want. And if you want to find out all the times I've talked about Owen Strawn and how I used to support him but I realized that he's actually kind of a little bit of a grifter, sort of, you can look it up on the transcripts on Let's.Church. And you could say, AD, you're a flip-flopper. You used to like Owen Strawn. And I'll say, whoa, circumstances change. Things change. What can I say? You want to call AD out on his nonsense? Just search the transcripts and say, AD, you used to say this, and force me to answer you as to why I've changed my opinion. I think that would be helpful for the church. Do you? I really do, because a lot of times people will just disappear things into the ether, and then they don't want anyone, and they pretend like they've never changed their position. This happens a lot in evangelicalism. Evangelicals, you shouldn't do this. This is a little bit dishonest. I'm not going to say it rises to the level of sin, but it's a little dishonest to pretend you always held certain positions that you clearly didn't always hold. It would be helpful for us, just the common folk, a guy like me, to know why you changed and why your opinions changed. And so Let's.Church will be great for that, because I could be like, hey, Owen, Mr. Owen, back then you said this, and now you're saying this. Could you explain to me why your opinion changed? And we could hold their feet, because we got it right there in the transcript. It's in the transcript. It's got to be true. It's got to be true. Anyway, this is a really cool website. Most of this is just having fun, but I really do think this is a really cool website. The guy is working hard. The software engineer that I know that has built this, he's working really hard on this, and I understand why, because it is awesome. It is awesome. There's a lot more coming, and I just wanted to introduce you to it because, again, I get no financial benefit from this. This is not about money. This is just about, this is a cool idea. I remember when he first he's in a Signal chat with me. He first told me about this idea, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like something. That sounds like something. He texted me a bunch of stuff about it, and I haven't been as responsive as I wish I could be on Signal. Maybe he's a little frustrated with me, but in any case, Let's.Church. Check it out. Call me on my nonsense. Search my transcripts. I'm giving you permission to search my transcripts, call me out on nonsense, and force me to do videos about why I changed my positions if I ever did. That's my challenge to you. Let's.Church. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great weekend, guys. I hope you found it helpful. By the way, Owen Strawn. We're going to get into that next week. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into Owen Strawn next week because he is incorrigible. God bless.